some of the stuff that he's doing now, actually working at an item that he worked on 20 years ago. So it's funny how things come back around. Anthony Dawson is Tony Dawson is a native and lifetime resident of the city of New Haven, Connecticut. He is the second of 5 children of William and Bernstein Dawson. He was educated in the New Haven public school system and attended Morehouse College in Atlanta, Georgia. He was married for 21 years to Catherine Sutton Dawson, who passed away in 2008. He is the father of 2 girls and the grandfather of 2 boys, and a real proud grandfather too, if anybody knows him. And he's a very personal friend of mine. That's why I'm here today. Tony called and asked me if I could do this. I couldn't say no to him. Absolutely. That's right. One reason is because Tony's a good friend. When Tony's a good friend of yours, he sticks with you thick and thin, which he did with me. In 1985, he was elected to the New Haven Board of Aldermen as the youngest in the history of New Haven. During his 16 years of elected service, he served as the chairman of many committees. His leadership qualities have been called upon by the likes of Edward Kennedy Jr., who sought his counsel on the New Haven anti-lead program. He introduced legislation to turn College and Chapel Streets into Desmond Tutu Way when it wasn't real popular to support apartheid or anti-apartheid movements. Bishop Tutu was so honored he acknowledged Dawson while on a birthday visit to New Haven. A longtime New Haven activist, thoroughly versed in New Haven politics, he understands clearly the impact that local government has on the lives of the citizens it serves. In 1975, at the age of 16, he purchased his first home through the Urban Homestead Act. That's right. His purchase began the renovation of Ann Street. I mean, if you knew Ann Street then and you see Ann Street now, it's a different street. And it's one of the reasons is because of Tony Dawson. It's now a healthy community lined with trees and a park. It's a safe place for neighborhood children. And this year marks his 35th year of buying his first home on that street. He continues to work in the capacity of lieutenant at Yale New Haven Hospital Department of Protective Services, where he's been employed for 27 years. Until he took a leave of absence to run for the mayor of New Haven, he also served as Greater New Haven NAACP's second vice president. His public service is stellar. If anybody's following him to know him. As diverse as the people in the city of New Haven, his commitment to all communities within the city has been unwavering. He serves as proof positive that he's not just a lame duck in this race for mayor of New Haven, but he is serious. He is serious. He is serious. And those of us supporting him are serious. We're going to make him the next mayor of the city of New Haven. He has continually demonstrated diplomacy, political professionalism, and a clear ability to get the job done. Starting at 16, buying his first home, raising his children, working at his job for 27 years, serving as an alderman in the city for 16 years, being a spokesperson for the taxpayers and the citizens and the downtrodden in the city of New Haven. Tony Dawson, I'm happy to introduce our next mayor of the city of New Haven, Anthony B. Dawson.
Yeah!
Thank you very much, Darnell, for those wonderful remarks. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning.
It's a fine morning in downtown New Haven.
Yes.
As you know, my name is Anthony Dawson, and I want to thank you all who have come out to kickstart one of the most important chapters of my life. I'm here today to announce that I am running for the office of mayor of New Haven. I will fill the proper paperwork out within the next week. Let me begin by saying I love New Haven. I love the mix of urban culture with the Ivy League fraternity. I love our restaurants, which you can tell. Our entertainment district. I love the museums, the rich cultural history of all our neighborhoods. I was educated in the New Haven public school system. I met my late wife, Catherine, in New Haven, and we enjoyed 21 years of marriage before she passed away just several years ago. I bought my first home on Ann Street when I was 16 years old. After 35 years, I'm proud to say I still own that house.
Yeah.
And some more, Mom. In 1985, I was elected to the New Haven Board of Aldermen, where at the time I was the youngest person ever elected. I served this great city as an alderman for 16 years. On the Board of Aldermen, I fought for community policing. I worked hard to protect victims of domestic violence and abuse. I advised for the homeless and had privilege and opportunity to interact with great leaders such as Bishop Desmond Tutu, Edward Kennedy Jr., and the late Ron Brown, just to name a few. The time I have spent on public service has been the most rewarding in my life. My decision to run for public office and to run for office of the mayor is a decision that I made with my entire family, friends, and the community at large. Let there be no doubt about it. If we do not correct the course now, New Haven is well on its way to becoming a city where no one wants to raise their children in it. They don't want to own a house or a home. They won't want to work here, nor will they want to do business. And I do not encourage that, so we have to change the course.
That's right.
Earlier, I mentioned my home on Ann Street because at that time I purchased it. I was able to purchase it through the Urban Homestead and the New Haven Redevelopment Agency, in which they still exist today, and we need to be taking advantage of some of those same programs today under these conditions, because it was similar to what was going on back 35 years ago. This program helped turn our street, which was boarded up, dilapidated housing, into a thriving, healthy, safe part of New Haven. With the help of my neighbors, and many of them out here tonight, it's now a tree-lined street in a park filled with laughter and young children playing.
That's right. That's right.
Let us admit it. Today there is no laughter in most of our city parks, only fear. Our streets are like a war zone. In 2010, the murder rate rose 100% from the last year. Rapes are up 17%. We're up 17%. Today, the New Haven Police Force stands gutted by the Stefano administration. The men and women who serve the public as firefighters and police officers should be commended. Their jobs are made even harder by layoffs and personnel shortages. Every one of them should be considered a hero. As a former law enforcement officer myself, let me make it perfectly clear. I will do everything in my power as mayor to assist the New Haven Police Department and Fire Department to strengthen their workforce. Patronage and cronyism rules City Hall. Mayor DeStefano's insider backroom friends guards the mayor's power system because their taxpayers' paid paychecks depend on it. In addition to our problems and our other problems in the city of New Haven, we're at the brink of financial ruin. Many experts agree that DeStefano's financial policies, some have called it a scam, has forced this administration to entertain the possibility of filing bankruptcy for the city. I am not in favor of bankruptcy for the city right now. Let's change the course.
That's right.
All right? I stand here before you today because just like when I was an alderman, I want to take an active